Jeff, finals football is here. This ostensibly is where your team shines the most. What have you noticed from their mindset heading into this week? Have you seen a change?
Yeah, definitely. I think the girls have been pretty relaxed, actually. I think that's probably the best thing I've seen. I think they were expecting to be here. It got very, very close at a couple of stages, but now we're here. Now we've made it. I think we are comfortable going into the game with the experience we've had in the past. And most probably, if there's one thing I've noticed, I think the players are relaxed and really looking forward to going into the game. They're really looking forward to turning up and training. The first time all season, they were waiting for me inside in front of the telly, waiting for us to do our training preview. So yeah, it's quite a good sign.
Just flashbacks a couple of weeks ago. Where did you watch the Canberra Melbourne City game, and how are you feeling when Canberra staged their late fight back?
I was watching it in different rooms in my house. Yeah, as the goals went on, I was running around the house. Making a few comments about one or two of players on either team. But I was most probably the worst way to watch it. The worst way to actually have the season end for us when you're relying on other people. It wasn't a very pleasant day, but we got through it in the end, and this all systems go now, and we're after all we're thinking about now is getting down to Casey Fields and winning the game.
Because reflecting on the season, which you've had 2 weeks to do now, I mean, swings and roundabouts, your team lost the fewest amount of games of any team in the competition, but 8 draws, which is more than double the rest of the top 4. What do you think that form line is down to?
First of all, I think that's a great achievement, to be honest. It's if you consider we've lost a number of our key players this year through injury and through players leaving. Chids obviously went back to Louisville. Ricky, we've lost KK just recently, and we've had Zim with a broken leg. Casey's been out injured. Yeah, look, we've been up against it, but we don't really want to make excuses. I think when you lose players, sometimes you can't replace them. You just have to bring players in and kind of just readjust the team to suit the strengths of the players that you're bringing in, and it's taken a little bit of time, I think, for us, but I think we're not too far off it now. And I think for me, I look back to the Wellington game and take the last 15 minutes out of the game, and it was one of our best performances of the season. I think in a pressure environment against who's what's turning out to be a decent side. So. Yeah, look, I think we're not too far away from understanding what we are as a team, what our strengths are as a team, and it's come just at the right time.
Looking at the numbers from the regular season ahead of this game against Melbourne City obviously have more of the ball than any other side in the competition, but looking at your stats, Victory led the league in regaining the ball in the attacking third, immediately pressing and winning it back. Is that maybe a hint of what we'll see on the weekends? Just the game will be won and lost based upon those initial moments after a turnover when you're trying to win it back and City are trying to put their foot on it and dictate things? Yeah,
look, those stats don't come just by chance. It's something that we work on. It's part of our DNA as a team. We're hoping. Obviously, City are a very good side, and they play the game the right way as well. I've got a lot of respect for them as a team, for them playing the game the right way. It's us putting pressure on high up the field is part of what we do. Part of what they do is they back themselves to be able to play through pressure. So it's going to be a really, I think, a key part of the game. But also, yeah, look, I think in terms of our build-up, I think they are also a high pressing team, and we're a team that wants to play out from the back as well. So I think in both back thirds, it's going to be really key. That's going to be a key area of the game for both teams. If we can play out well against their press and their pressure, and have a few strategies up our sleeve, then I feel that once we get through that first line of the press, then there's opportunities for us to hurt them. But if we can't, then obviously they'll be looking to do exactly what we look to do, and that's to win the ball and attack quickly.
Jeff, just in terms physically, how much has a week off helped? I mean, it was a pretty intense end to the season, but getting a chance to sort of refresh, does it help? Would you have rather just gone straight into it? I guess, how does it work for you guys?
No, look, I think most seasons, I think we would have been great just to roll into the next week. I think the way that the season finished for us was a little bit of a downer, and also we had one or two knocks, so it's helped us get players fit and back on the field. It's helped us to get over that disappointment of the last 15 minutes of the game in Wellington, and the emotion of the next day as well. So I think that's all well behind us. I think everyone's really positive now, and so I feel the week off has been a definite benefit for us.
And from a selection standpoint, I guess, how are you guys shaping up for this weekend, team news-wise?
Yeah, good. We'll that's the only thing. We've got everyone fit now, so I've got a few problems, but I'll take that, and rather that than we're struggling to put 11 on the team sheet. So yeah, look, it's a good situation to be in, going into this game, having not being 100% sure what our best 11 is, but I'll deal with that over the next 24 hours, and I'm sure whichever team we put out will be a real good quality side, well motivated side, and yeah, they'll give their best to get us over the line.
When does Bungie get back from Kiwi duty?
Tonight. Yeah.
No indication that she's carrying any knocks or anything?
She's definitely not. I've spoken to her. She's fine. Yeah. So I've had that conversation with her. So yeah, everything's great there. Obviously, she hasn't been able to do the work that we've done in preparation for City, but she's been up on our huddle platform. She's had a look at all our tactical work, so she's well on top of that.
And this rivalry with Melbourne City, Jeff, we've seen you've met in finals now a couple of times, derby meetings throughout the season, and there's a bit more continuity as well. There's less players coming in and out, internationals coming in and out, a lot younger players that are sticking around multiple seasons now to build up that animosity. Mm-hmm. Do you feel like the rivalry's grown over the past few years? Yeah, definitely, and I think we definitely want to throw fuel on the fire as well. Yeah, I think. I think you ask the players now and ex-players as well. The derby means a lot, and we've built the derby up. And I know the first few years here we were down the bottom of the league, and those games were really special for us. They were the big games of the season. We knew we weren't, first year, second year, we weren't going for finals, so they were our finals. And I think from those first few years, we've carried that feeling forward, and it means a huge amount to us. It means a huge amount to me as a coach, to the players, to the staff, and to the club as well. So, yeah, it's obviously the importance of a final is really important, but just as important is the fact that it's a derby, and we don't want to let anyone down when we're playing in a derby.
Jeff, just one last one. I mean, just looking back at international duty this weekend, I mean, you had a few former players obviously playing for the Matildas this weekend, obviously Kyra particularly standing out. I guess, How proud are you to see, I guess, their development doing this on the world stage, especially against the European champions yesterday?
Oh, it was fantastic. It was amazing. I think it's a great boost for the team for the World Cup as well. It's the way that they played, the way that they kind of rolled their sleeves up and really showed what we're all about as a team. I think I think it's good to get back to that sort of thing. I think we talk about DNA earlier. It's that Matilda's spirit is what's carried them through and what's got them to where they are today, and it's great to see that in abundance in the performance, and to see some of the young players that have been here at the club. Like, great to see Kyra. She was in her element, slide tackling, but also just the way that she's developed since she's gone over to Europe. Yeah, she's taken another big step forward, and yeah, it's really great to see players like that just developing and thriving in their new environments.